So we're actually two companies that merged a little more than a year ago and continued our efforts within the dental industry. So what we're working with dentists, and we're actually trying to help dentists grow their business. This is an earlier picture of the team. Now we're 22. I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about our company because I assume that you don't know us, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about our product. I know this is not a product-focused presentation, but it's the context of our product is important in relation to understanding what we've done. So a little bit about us. We have grown revenue 700%. It sounds very good but we came from a low level. So, but we're reaching around 15 million revenue this year. We hired 16 full-time employees and are now, including the 3 partners, 22 employees. One of the things we do that I'm going to focus on today is the marketing part of our solution. And what we actually do there is that we help dentists get new patients. And in 2017, we helped our clients get 17,000 new patients and created more than 50 million worth of revenue additionally for those clients. Okay, so a little bit about our product. I made this small video, or I didn't, but we did. And it very shortly describes what it is that we actually do. Oh, can you turn up the volume?
He's not getting enough patients into his clinic. Michael has tried advertising on Google and in newspapers, but his dental chair remains empty. Then one day, he meets Dental Media. Dental Media advertises on Facebook and Instagram and targets patients in his local area who don't have a dentist. Dental Media covers all costs to Facebook advertising, photographer, and creative ad design. On top of that, Michael only pays for the patients he has been provided. No cure, no pay. All Michael needs to do is to phone his new patients and book a consultation. Dental Media provides Michael with 50 patients in just a week's time. A majority of the patients have not seen a dentist for years. Therefore, there's a lot of dental work to be done. The return of investment for Michael is 3 to 1. Michael's delighted. His dental chair is rarely empty, and his clinic is running smoothly. Do you want more patients? Text your name and number here, and we'll contact you. Dental Media, making life easier for dentists.
Sådan. Okay, så lige lidt omkring vores produkt. Altså det vi... Hvad siger du? Oh, sorry, English. Short about our product. So when the marketing thing we do, I'll get into more detail later, but we actually create, as the movie says, advertising online for our clients. And what we do is we go on to Facebook, Instagram, so forth. We put up an ad. Hi, do you need a dentist? If so, click here. We funnel people onto a landing page. On the landing page, we describe specifically what is the offer, where is the clinic, what do you get, and if you would like this, press here and sign up. And we get people to sign up for a dental checkup. So what happens when you sign up? Well, you get into, the patient gets signed up in our, what we call a campaign manager. And the campaign manager is where we can actually show the dentist all the different campaigns that we run and show them exactly how does this perform in terms of how much have they paid for the campaign and what's the revenue so far. Furthermore, we can also show the dentist when do you have break even and when do you reach 300% return on investment on your investment. So that's all tracked in here. This is our business intelligence module, and what we actually do here is that we're able to extract data from the dental management system. On this data, we can create KPIs. So very simply, we can show the dentist exactly how is your business performing. And one of the key things, if you have a dental practice that is not performing very well, one of the key reasons for that is that you're not having enough patients. Because if you're a dentist and your chair is empty, you're not making revenue. And that is one of the things that we're tracking. Okay, so that was about our product. If we're looking about how did we actually manage to make this growth, so we started up doing advertisement where we made sort of semi-illegal advertisements for dentists. That was partly that was due to us not knowing enough about the legislation. What are you allowed to do, etc., etc. So we were fumbling around and not creating a lot of value for our clients. But sorry, let me take a step back. Before that, we're doing Google advertisement. We're doing SEO optimization and trying to sort of get patients. But what the doctor always told us, because they've been to university for 6 years, they don't know a lot about how to run a business. So what they wanted was an easy way to buy marketing. Okay, so we sat down, how do we do that? Can we actually come up with a model that actually allows us to sell a patient at a fixed fee to the doctor? So we started that, and we started doing advertisements. Hey, come and have a checkup for $199. That is totally illegal, but we did that because we didn't know. And we actually got a lot of patients. But then the doctors got in trouble with the authorities because somebody saw it and reported the doctor saying, hey, that's illegal. Okay, so we started looking into what kind of advertisement can you actually do for a dentist that is actually legal. So we came up with a very simple solution where we could say, okay, hi, do you need a dentist? And 42% of the Danish population in the age 18 to 64 do not go to the dentist on a regular basis. So there is a lot of potential out there. So on Facebook, you would see, if you need a dentist, click here, you'll go onto the landing page and you can sign up. And we recruited you. And slowly, very slowly, we started figuring out how can we actually do this and actually create value for the doctors by sending them patients at a fixed price. But then we ran into another problem, which was that now we did a campaign for a doctor and we got him 50 patients. But the problem was that treating these 50 patients, the doctor would remember 3 patients that were not really good. They were they only needed a checkup and it was difficult, etc. So when we called the doctor back 3 months later, saying, "Hi, how was the first campaign? Would you like to run another one?" He would say, "Nah, it didn't really work out. You know, thank you for all the patients, but no thanks. But didn't you make any money on it?" Well, I don't think so. It was not really worth it. Okay, so that was a problem. So we thought, can that really be true? So some of our clients actually allowed us to sit down and go through all the patients and compare that to the data in the dental management system and actually check what was the revenue. Was it actually worth it? And we could see, hey, this is a fantastic case. You make tons of revenue on these patients. But the problem was reselling the campaign was always based on emotions. And dentists specifically are very emotional people. So it often proved to be very difficult for us to rerun the campaign. So we developed the campaign manager module I showed before, because what that actually does is that connects the digital advertisement campaign where we get data on the client with revenue data from the dental management system. And then we could start comparing this and putting it together and actually showing the doctor, okay, you got 50 new patients and the revenue on these patients are actually such and such and such. And that actually helped us grow faster because now we could actually showcase to new clinics, see, if you do like this, you will get, you'll make a lot of money, basically. And we started getting a lot of this data in, and that actually allowed us to change our value proposition, because dentists are very risk-averse people. So first of all, when we present our product, it's no cure, no pay. So if we don't get your patients, you don't pay. We also give them running month plus 30 days credit, so it doesn't influence your liquidity. So basically, the patients pay for themselves. But then, to top it off, we added 300% return on investment guarantee, because we got a lot of data from a lot of campaigns, and we could actually see that all our clients were scoring way above 300% return on investment. So now our value proposition is no cure, no pay, with a guaranteed 300% return on investment within 12 months. So basically there is no risk when you buy into this product. But still, we have, I mean, it's a really good offer. You give me 1 kroner, I'll give you 3 back. But no, it's not enough. Because, we also have to call all these patients. We have to, it's such a hassle. Okay, so we put on a call center as well. So now the doctor doesn't even have to call the patients. We do everything. They just have to tell us, how much time do you want to spend on new patients? 30 or 40 minutes. Then with the integration we have to the practice management system, we can actually connect a call center to call all the patients we get, book them in for the doctor, so he just has to, welcome and take your money. But still, it's not good enough. Because now 50 patients is too much, we can, I have to go to golf at 3 o'clock, so it's a problem. So, okay, so what we're doing now is that, okay, so instead of running a campaign, now we're trying to turn it more over to a service, because from the business intelligence module, we can actually monitor the performance on the clinic. So we can see what is the capacity. You have booked 71% of your capacity next week. We will not book you to 100, but to 90. So let's offer you the service that we will actually book your clinic to 90% capacity. Voila. Okay, so that's working. And yeah, so there is 100% transparency on everything. Everything is measured. There is no feelings. We can document return on investment. So that's all really, really good. So that's where we are today. And if we look at where we want to take this, we want to go a bit further. Our company today is divided into 4 sections. We have a call center, internal and external. We have key account management, people actually going out. We still have to do that. We can't sign up by email and all that. So we have to go and meet the doctors. So we fly all the way to Tromsø in Norway for 1 meeting and sign a deal. So anyways, then we have production, and then we have what we call the customer success managers. And what they're actually doing now is making that transition, because before, the customer success managers were salespeople. But now they're going from, hi, would you like to buy a new campaign, to, oh, we have all the data from your clinic. We can see your Facebook score is up because you're using our reputation management system. That's good. You can still improve a little bit on the ratio between X and Y and Z. And I can see you're only booked 84% next week. Do you want us to fill you up to 90? Okay, super. Call you next week. Bye. So now we're actually advising, we're helping the doctor, we're holding their hand. And taking all the pain of running your own business away from them, because they just want to do dental work. Yeah, so right now we're divided between the software. It's based on a typical SaaS model, and the marketing is sort of a consultancy. So what we're trying to do now is to merge the two. So everything becomes something you sign up for. It's not a campaign you buy, but you buy a result. You buy 90% capacity filled out. So everything becomes sort of SaaS. It's at least towards the clients. So if we're looking at how to hack growth, how we hack this is actually, we sort of spend a lot of time talking to our clients, super old school, actually listening to what the customers want to buy, listening to their problems, finding out how can we actually solve this by developing our product as we go along, and then create value. So that solves sort of one problem. Now we have a super good product that all our clients are super happy with, but that brings another problem because we want to scale our business a lot faster than what we're doing now. Today we're operating in Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. And dentists are super conservative. So when our call center calls a doctor and say, hi, it's from Dental Media. Listen, we have something super exciting we want to talk to the doctor about. Doot, 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 doot. So 90% of all our calls end with the receptionist. And that's a big problem. So we make 120 calls to get 6 meetings that provides us 3 new contracts. That's what the funnel looks like today. So we decided to look at how can we actually sort of hack the business model. Can we do something that will actually allow us to grow faster? And what we realized is that all doctors, when they look at IT, they look at only one thing. That's the practice management system. That's all they look at all day long. And they trust them extremely much. So we contacted some of these practice management systems in around Scandinavia and introduced ourselves and told them how we could, what we did, et cetera, But also they're very conservative people. So it actually took us a long time to convince them and say, hey, guys, you're like TDC. You have like all the copper. You have like that direct line into the dentist. But you also have a problem because the market is super static. It's divided into 2 suppliers. And there is a huge consolidation going on in the dental industry. Practices are buying each other. They're becoming bigger and they're losing licenses. So if you want to grow your business, why don't you open up? Why don't you build a model where small companies like us can sell our services through you to the end customer? And it's like, we don't know. But at the end, they accepted this, us being the Intel Inside model, as we call it. So now with Sweden, one of Sweden's, or actually Sweden's biggest dental management system, we have signed this deal where we're actually now allowed to, from our call center, to call the dentists in Sweden and say, hi, it's from Elmasoft. I need to speak to the dentist. Around the receptionist. And oh yeah, well, he's in treatment. Okay, so can I call you back in 15 minutes? Okay, I'll call you back in 15. Hi, Dr. XYZ. It's from Elmasoft. Listen, we have just integrated with this super new, interesting tool. It's called Dental Media. When do you have 30 minutes where we can come and meet you? And then instead of getting 6 meetings out of 120, hopefully we're a little early with this now, but we can see it's really working well. So hopefully at another meeting I can give you all the statistics on that. But this is what we've been looking for a long time, because it's not only for us about having a good product if we can't tell anybody about it. We also have to find an easy way to get into a dialogue with the end customer. And that's what we're doing here. And if that works, we hope to be able to use this model to scale to a lot of other countries. And one of those countries is New York. We're hopefully starting, or the plan is we're opening our office in New York in the 3rd quarter this year. We were super lucky to get selected for the Nordic Scaler program, which I can highly recommend to anyone. It's really a good program. So if this Elmasoft Business Intel Inside model works, we hope that will be able to help us scale in the US. Thank you.
Perfect.